Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of BBP News and another episode of Idiots in the News.
Nick, we're in Pennsylvania this week. I decided we're going to take a break from Florida since last week you only gave me a four.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
so we're going to Pennsylvania, and if I don't get higher than a four here,
uh
I guess we'll just have to go back to Florida.
huh. Well, I'm very curious to see what we have this time around. Yeah, only a four last week. Uh, Last week's story was more entertaining than anything else. It honestly just made me laugh, and after we finished recording, I couldn't get the image of that story out of my head for the next like 3 hours. Uh, so I'm very curious to see what you'll hit me with this week. Pennsylvania, not quite, not quite home turf. It's not quite New York, but we're getting close. And I'm curious to see what you've got.
Okay, so as I said, we're in Pennsylvania. So 51-year-old Anthony Towles of Tyrone, Pennsylvania, is facing charges after police say they were called over the weekend to the Five Guys located in the Five Guys restaurants for reports of a stabbing. When officers arrived on scene, they say they spoke with a man who told them that he and Towles got into an argument inside the restaurant when he told Towles that he wasn't working hard enough. The man told officers that he and Towles took their argument outside into the rear parking lot, and Towles continued to say, quote, "I'm going to kill you," end quote. According to police, the man said Towles then stabbed him in the head with a pen and punched him a few times. The officers spoke with Towles, who confirmed that he and his coworker got into a fight because his coworker told him he wasn't working hard enough. According to police, Towles admitted to pulling a pen from his sock and then stabbing his coworker through. Towles said he was aiming for the man's shoulder after the man struck him multiple times. Police say the victim had a substantial gash right behind his ear, just inches away from his carotid artery.
Uh, I dang. I don't even have what. First, why did he have the pen in his sock? I don't know
Well,
why that's my first question, but that's my first question.
he might want to be a brain surgeon because he was pretty much in the right location to give burr holes when there's blood soaking up into your brain and it's about to kill you. So,
Second question, you know, I get you can get a little disoriented, and some people have terrible aim, but how do you miss the shoulder and hit behind someone's ear? That's entire.
why would you want to stab them with a pen after they told you you're not working hard enough?
Some people just get really angry. They can't hold
I
it
mean,
back.
what do people now need to be worried about getting stabbed in the head with a
Uh,
pen?
Evidently,
That
I
would be the last thing in the world I would be worried about getting stabbed with.
like. And what's weird is like they were in a Five Guys. So I wouldn't expect to be stabbed with a pen of all things, like maybe a fork. But then again, being stabbed at all because you told your coworker that they weren't working hard enough. Dear God, evidently tensions were very high that day.
Well, see, if someone told me I wasn't working hard enough, I would tell them to bite me and then passively aggressively work harder than them. But I guess we all have our own thing.
Yeah, I mean, there are definitely much less violent solutions to the problem, which evidently Mr. Towels didn't feel like turning to. Evidently, the pen to the head was the first thought.
Well, Towles is facing charges related to aggravated assault with a deadly weapon and making terroristic threats. He is also being held in jail with $100,000 bail.
I think the charges are almost as funny as the story itself. Uh, First off, calling a pen a deadly weapon is hilarious. I mean, I guess it can be since he almost hit the carotid artery, but still.
Yeah.
Uh, just calling a pen a dead. Oh my god, that's great.
I think he's gonna need another job to make that $100,000 bail.
Yeah, I don't. I don't think. I don't think his Five Guys gig is going to really help him pay for that one.
Yeah, and plus the lawyer fees, and at that rate, he might as well just ask one to be appointed to him.
Yeah, yeah, you're probably not wrong there. Oh,
So,
towels.
yep, being charged with use of a deadly weapon, $100,000 bail, and terroristic threats. Over,
Yeah,
you're not working hard enough, Nick.
yeah, yeah.
So I gotta know, what level of stupid is this? 9 being
Uh,
he's a genius, 10 he's the dumbest thing on the face of the universe.
dear God. I mean, with some of the other stories we've had, I can't give him anything up in like the 7 or 8 range. Um, I'm gonna give him a 6.5.
6.5, okay. I was
6.5.
thinking, I was expecting higher. I have to be honest.
Well, because like we've had the story about the motorcyclist in Florida, the guy in Nebraska, all these different things. Um, so I can't quite give him up in that 8 to 9 range. Definitely not there. But I am going to say he's dumber than our first story of the guy that set the low. I think it was Lowe's on fire. Um,
No, the gas station and then hid under the Lowe's semi truck with a hammer.
yeah, 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 yeah. So I definitely have to give this guy a bit of a higher score because he stabbed someone with a pen because they said he wasn't working hard enough. That deserves a bit of a higher score than our Lowe's man. Um, so 6.5 is where I feel comfortable with this one.
Okay, okay. You know what? You're the final here. You get the final say. I can't be, pushing you any which way. So what you say goes. But next week we're heading back to Florida
Okay.
because Florida's a nice place to visit to get a tan. Um, so I guess next week you're gonna have to come back to see if Nick finally gives a 10 for this one. We're in Florida. Things always go bad in Florida
Things are
anyway.
crazy there, no doubt about
Yeah,
that.
so I'm hoping. I'm saying give me a 10, give me a 10. I'm trying really hard to find a 10, and it's sad that we've been so close
Well, and
so easily.
you know, we are a number of weeks into this now, so I'm going to feel a little more comfortable starting to get into that 9 to 9.5 range. If the stories obviously the stories have to be good enough to get to that range, but I feel more comfortable with getting towards that 10 range. It's not we're not in the first couple weeks anymore, so I can give that 10 if it's really deserving of it.
Well, make sure you come back Friday morning for the end of the week news, and then we will be back here, of course, Monday morning for more news, and then you have to come back Wednesday to see if we get that 10 in Florida. But until then, have a great rest of your week, everybody.
Bye, guys.